Your songs, your station. We're the new 97.5 The Hills. It's Tuesday, and that means we're talking with Tracy Bernard from Black Hills Woman Magazine and the new Downtown Magazine. Tracy, how you doing?
Good morning.
How's everything going?
Very good.
Beautiful day here in the Hills. Well, I've got an email that I want to get your perspective on, okay? Now, I think this one, I'm just going to be honest here. We might lose some listeners on this one. But,
all right.
It's important. So
I'm
we have to talk
intrigued.
about it. All right. So, okay, this comes to us from Ron, not his real name. Okay, Ron says that his wife has started getting into cooking 4 or 5 nights a week. She cooks these amazing meals for me. I love eating her food, but the stuff she cooks is comfort food, and I've started to gain some weight. She has actually said to me that I am getting a little soft, and the problem, I think, is because of her food. If I stop eating her food, she'll think I don't like it, but if I keep eating it, I'm definitely going to get fat. So should I tell my wife that her cooking is what's making me chubby? Do you think she'll be upset? How should I handle this? So, all right. So I want to get your perspective on this. All right. So I got a few.
We're about to save his life, aren't we?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
He's about to step on a landmine.
I think so. Well, what do you think about? I mean, just first of all, like, she's not making him chubby. I mean, yes. So she might be cooking some pretty heavy meals, but. He is an adult. I mean, he is 42 years old, it says.
Right.
So.
I doubt she's force-feeding him.
Right.
And she might be putting it on the table, but the rest might be up to him. But, I don't know. Married people have an interesting tendency to find strange ways to blame each other for things.
Absolutely, they do. Absolutely.
This might be one of those examples.
Right. So, well, okay, so how would we answer his specific question, though? Like, no, we don't think his wife is making him chubby, but how should he handle... I mean, there might be something to that. There might be something in the fact that, if that's what he's having for dinner, and he might be getting a little heavy, but it's, he's got some responsibility in that. But how should he bring up to his wife? I mean, hey, maybe we try a little lower fat stuff. Maybe we not,
I mean, it could be as simple as just saying, hey, we should have a salad with every meal. I'm getting a little chubby. Like, he could put it all on himself.
Put a little responsibility on himself, right?
And, yeah, just be like, then I could eat a salad and then enjoy, smaller portions of your amazing food.
Right, there you go. Yeah, I can kind of see where he feels like he's stuck because, yeah, it's great food, and he doesn't want, he knows that if he rejects that, maybe it would be like rejecting her. But, on the other hand, just like you just said it, just like that right there, you should take this, what Tracy just said, and replay that over and over, right? Compliment her on, the fact that it's great, but, hey, maybe we can... switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, when my husband and I first moved in together, my main ingredient in most entrees was Bacos. So this is not a problem.
Right. Yeah, and that, honestly, that was the thing that when I first saw this, that's what I took at. He's got a wife that is cooking him a great dinner every day. I would punch him in the stomach if I saw him.
She's showing him she loves him.
Absolutely. I eat out of a container in front of the sink every night, and I would love to have somebody cook for me. So there, it could be worse.
Right. Yeah. No, I think you got a good buddy. Just watch your own portions and compliment her, and just kind of tell her what your goals are.
Right. And then but like you said too about how married couples like to blame each other for things. I mean, that's all over this email, isn't it?
Yeah,
right? It is. It's everywhere, and they're like, "Geez, she's making me fat." Well,
not really.
Right. And then you look at it from her way, well, he hates how I cook. Well, not really, There's
Now, is she saying she doesn't like he's getting chubby and she's made some comments?
She has made some comments that he is getting a little soft and he is getting a little chubby.
Okay, well, it does kind of go both ways though, a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, if that's happening, if it were me, all of a sudden there would just be more vegetables on the table.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be a big conversation.
Right. Yeah. Making too much out of it. I think, right. I mean, if it was really an issue, she could just say, well, let's try this or let's try that. If she's a great cook at cooking one thing, she could probably be able to handle some vegetables and salad.
Not, right? Honey, you're getting fat. Now get me a bag of Doritos.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. All right. Well, hey, so our advice then to him is just take a little more responsibility for yourself and have a conversation. I mean, it is your wife, right?
Right.
You should be able to talk about
Absolutely.
eating food, right? I mean,
But compliment.
There you go.
There's a way to do this and not be upsetting.
say that one more time just so Ron and everybody else out there gets that, okay?
Compliment her.
All right. Hey, when we come back, we got the latest issue of Black Hills Woman magazine is out on newsstands and out available now, as well as the new Downtown magazine. So we're going to talk about a couple of things in both of those, all right?
Okay.
Your songs, your station. We're the new 97.5 The Hills, and we're talking with Tracy Bernard from Black Hills Woman magazine and the new Downtown magazine. Both of them are out this week, right?
They
Actually
are.
out last week, as a matter of fact.
Yes. You should be able to readily find them now.
Very cool. So let's talk a little bit about Black Hills Woman magazine first. A couple of things that are in there.
Okay.
First of all, there's a follow-up on the sandwich generation stuff that we've talked about a couple of times here, right?
Yeah.
So we definitely want to go check that out, and that's one that I'm actually interested in reading because it's just becoming a bigger and bigger thing.
Our Facebook fans have kind of reacted a little too. They talked about how they're so glad that this article's in there and that somebody's paying attention to it. And so it's not my situation right now, but it must be a lot of people's situation.
Absolutely. And then you wrote your editor's article about something that I think need, which is some organization, right?
Oh, yeah, no, that's not the editor article, but that is in there. Okay. That is in there. No, Jennifer Landguth, who happens to be the owner of Swank Spaces, who specializes in helping folks organize their lives. She did a nice little helpful, it's springtime, a lot of people are thinking about it, with some tips on how to get organized and stay organized. I think that's the bigger issue, right? Is staying organized.
I think so. Definitely, I think there's a lot of people out there that can make the list and they can put it all down and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then a couple months later, life happens and it kind of falls apart.
That's right. All of a sudden I look over at that desk in the kitchen and it's covered in papers again.
That's right. Absolutely. And I think a lot of people, and I don't know what this is, but at work, I don't seem to have any trouble with that stuff, and I never have. It's always sort of very list-oriented, and I'm gonna, just a process of going through things, and you're organized because maybe because you're accountable to people, or, you have to get your job done. But when it's your own things, it's a little bit more, there isn't anybody riding your back saying, hey, maybe this is, today we tackle this or whatever. I don't know if that's the case, but it sure seems to be that way for a lot of people, right?
Right.
So hopefully this will help them out.
Yeah. It's spring.
Now, your editor's article, though, is?
Yes. Well, I talk about Louie, an old guy that I used to know in college, and it's sort of an interesting thing that happened. It's definitely worth checking out. I don't want to kind of spoil it, but the end result is just the universe spoke to me in a weird way and kind of reminded me that we all really need to be gentle with each other.
Take care of each other.
And kind to each other.
Very good. Yeah. It's always good to read about things like that.
Yeah,
So I'm looking forward to reading that. Now, in the latest Downtown magazine, kind of an overview. Of course, we've got St. Patty's Day coming up on Saturday.
Okay, so Rapid City has the coolest downtown ever. And we just highlight a few of the things that people may or may not know about, like the pedicab guy.
Sure.
Have you guys seen the pedicab guy?
Absolutely. I see him all the time.
He's out there. He's such a hard worker, and people get to enjoy downtown in a more intimate way, riding in his little bike-drawn carriage, and and how romantic is that? And other things, like there are people who actually live downtown in lofts.
Yeah.
And how cool that is and what that's like. So a lot of fun articles in there that sort of show the center of the city.
And there's some good secrets. Like you said, there's a lot of if you're not downtown an awful lot, maybe some things about downtown that you don't know that if you knew, you'd probably spend a lot more time down there.
Right. This is not the downtown of 10 years ago. This downtown is hopping right now.
Very cool stuff down there. Yeah, I have a good time downtown for sure. And the bike guy, that's just awesome. It's just what a cool thing. How what an entrepreneur.
Sure.
Hey,
yeah.
This is a great thing. Right?
Absolutely.
And he's in great shape too. I gotta say that.
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah. That's a long day riding the bike. But okay, so that is, and both of those issues are out right now, right?
Right.
And if people want to get a hold of the Downtown magazine, all they need to do to find locations for that, they go to your website, which is the website.
The website is downtownrapidcity.com.
Right.
And for Black Hills Woman, they could check out blackhillswoman.com, and there are online issues as well.
Very cool. So there's a couple articles maybe that you're not getting in there that are online as well, right?
Or the entire magazine is online. Yeah.
So you can watch it while you're at work, right? No, you don't do that. Nobody does that. All right. Well, very cool. And again, also check out your guys' Facebook page as well. There's always, like we were just talking about, there's always some good debate on there and people talking about the articles that are there. And it's a kind of a nice jumping off point as well. So go check that out. And again, Tracy, thanks so much for coming in today, and have a good St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you. You too.
All right.